Hello again, everybody. This is Patrick Pinto from BeeSeen Solutions. Welcome to another riveting episode of the ABCs of Digital Marketing. Today, we're sitting with one of our premier clients and friends, Ian Wheaton from Global Recruiters Network of Houston West. Ian, how are you today?
Great, thanks, Patrick. How are you?
Everything's going well. Thank you for asking. Ian, I wanna talk about you, and I want to talk about GRS at Global Recruiters Network, but I'll shorten it to GRN. GRN Houston West. I'd like to talk a little bit about your niche audience. Can you tell us about what GRN Global Recruiters is, number one, and then what your niche audience is?
Yeah, Global Recruiters Network is a network of about 200 or so offices across the globe, predominantly in the USA. I have the Houston West franchise from that organization. I had it about 4 years, and we predominantly work in the banking industry, some sales, some industrial, but predominantly banking. Predominantly within that banking industry is the commercial lending and private mortgage lending aspect of banking.
So it's a deeper echelon inside the banking world. You're not dealing on a lower scale in the banking world. It's really of an upper echelon.
Absolutely. I think we determine the need is there for a very specific skill set, and it's necessary across a multitude of different organizations depending upon the size. We specialize particularly in Texas. Texas is, as you know, is huge, and the number of institutions operating within Texas, moving to Texas, and based in Texas in the banking industry is similarly very, very high. And within that, the niche that we look at is banks between maybe 1 billion and 75 billion in asset size, all of whom require commercial lending, banking center presidents, senior vice presidents, EVPs, as well as the regular C-level suite of people.
It's funny. You took the next question out of my mouth, was the size of the institutions, and I'm glad you were clear on that. I want to ask you, with the world coming back, or as we'd like to feel that it's coming back out of this COVID world and into back to a normalcy. How have you pivoted during that time? How have you kept your success during that time with going from COVID now back to more of a normalcy?
I think as an industry, the banking industry was quite archaic in their approach to technology, securities. The fear is that the security of the customers, the cash is king, and enabling people to move very, very quickly from an office-based environment to a home-based environment was a challenge for many of them. And they were able to do that very quickly. We've now seen that more and more organizations are opening banks back up to individuals outside of the appointment schedule, so regular banking hours. We've also seen that many commercial lenders and many of the client base that we have as candidates are enjoying the interaction that they have again face to face with their client base, which was restricted somewhat with COVID. So we've actually seen a significant pivot from the start of this year, where very much it was a client-led marketplace. The clients were very conservative still, a little bit unsure about what the market was going to do, how the market was going to react from a banking aspect, to a candidate-led market where candidates are now more and more confident that opportunities are out there for them to reveal and achieve their true worth in the marketplace for the returns on production that they're bringing forward. So we've seen a significant flip from client-led market to candidate-led market. Clients have reacted quite well, actually, and they're moving a lot quicker than they did previously. I'm finding that a lot of individuals, that if I'm bringing the right candidate to the table culturally as well as technically, the clients are moving extremely quickly in terms of arranging interviews, sometimes same day, sometimes next day, and moving through the process extremely well from there.
I have to say, it's almost as if this interview was scripted because all of the questions that I had laid out, you just answered in one foul swoop. And I thank you for that. I want to thank you for the relationship between BeeSeen Solutions and GRN Houston West. And I mean that because I see the synergy that we have and I see the comfort and ease of doing work together. And I enjoy the relationship and I love the conversations that we have. And, you know, sometimes it's difficult for me to get through that heavy New Jersey accent that you have. But once we get past that, I think that the conversations are always enjoyable, and I enjoy the working relationship. Um, if there was something that you wanted to a niche or a leave behind that you wanted to give to the audience today, what would it be about you? What would it be about your branch, about your location, about your audience?
I think the takeaway that I would like people to have and enjoy is that my 20 plus years experience within the permanent recruitment business, as well as the focus and niche that we have in the banking industry, in the particular aspect of that banking industry, leads me to have conversations on a continual basis daily with individuals who are not necessarily out there in the marketplace looking for opportunities, but working with BeeSeen Solutions has given me an avenue of access to them that they're lapping up, I'm lapping up, and the conversations are made extremely easy and extremely warm from the initial introductions that working with BeeSeen Solutions has provided in assistance to what we've been doing generally anyway.
That's excellent. It's amazing, and it's nice to see how two companies from two parts of the country can come together and really walk together and understand, as I like to say, their marching orders of what needs to be done. Ian, I'd like to thank you for taking the time this morning. I'd like to thank you for carving some time out of your busy schedule to sit with us and talk with us. And for everyone out there that's watching this today, if you are a banking institution, if you're looking for someone who's going to not only find the proper candidate, but put the right person in front of you, please look Ian up, give him a look up on LinkedIn, go to his website, feel free to contact him. But I will tell you this on the candidate side, if you are that upper echelon individual and you are looking to move within your financial institutions and change banking structures as it may be, also, please give Ian a call. I promise you it will be well worth your time. Ian, thank you so much again. Like I always say, while it's good to know people, it's always good to be seen as well. Thank you, Ian.
Thanks, Patrick. Great to be here.